Fellas, what's up? Who
What's
got
going
on?
on?
Who got on the show today? We got one of Twitter's finest from the Pacific Northwest.
Hello, everyone.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sean. My Twitter name is Team Sean Games. Follow me on Twitter. Just share pictures, a whole bunch of pictures of like visiting white girls or whatever. Fuck it, I don't know.
The bunny god himself.
You'll see some, some NBA tweets every once in a while, some trolling. I'm a Laker fan from the Northwest. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's the summertime. I'm not doing really anything. That's it. That,
Alright,
Alright, I'm James. My Twitter handle is Shy Aficionado. Chicago, obviously. Don't know how to work this Google shit, but we gonna figure it out. Fan of all things Chicago Bulls, Blackhawks, all that Bears. So Game of Thrones, rereading book one. Gotta go back over it. Missing a lot of shit from the first time already years ago.
and y'all know me well. I'm John from Itabena, but currently in Memphis, and we about to get cracked with some sports. That boy KD, a little bit of Game of Thrones, but let's go and start off with KD. Man, what y'all think about KD going to the Warriors, man?
I'll start off. I thought it was I'm disappointed. I ain't mad at him. I understand the whole thing of getting a ring and everything, but I mean, if he wouldn't have wet the bed in Game 6, they probably beat the Warriors and might have won. The finals. You never know. So it's not like he went to. It's not like his team wasn't that good. It was a first round exit and they got swept. And he's with Russell and all that. I would have liked to see him stay on OKC. So there'd have been at least the Warriors would have had to go through somebody else, and we'd have had more entertainment stuff to think about, or even go to Boston and give the Cavs something to go with since the East is a one-team horse. But I mean, I ain't tripping on it. He is a little disappointed. I can see why OKC fans are mad, but I don't think anybody can take that away from them because they know they're never going to be good ever again. So I don't feel. So it is what it is. I just felt like I wish he would have stayed or didn't go to the loaded team. But hey, he wants that ring.
That's why I'm kind of with it, man. I mean, he did spend 9 years, so I really don't hear that crap about he owes the city. I'm like, what the fuck he owe a billionaire for anyway?
you know,
Especially one that moved the team
yeah.
from a city that sold out every night for like
Yeah.
20 years.
Being
Yeah.
from out here, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of trolling all weekend. But once I saw that Jerry West talked to KD, I said, "Oh, he's gone." And like my boy Jake was kind of like, "Wait, what do you mean?" I was like, "Yo, it's a wrap. He's going to Golden State. You just don't turn down the logo. You never turn him down." Um, I mean, I thought it was a pretty dope move. I thought it was unprecedented. I've never seen anything like it, where they have the last two MVPs and they have three of the best shooters in the league on their team.
On top of that, two perennial all
Yeah,
defensive guys.
yeah, exactly. So you're looking at a team that's probably, I don't know how many wins they're gonna have. Probably about 65, 66. I don't know. They'll get 70. I was trying to say 77.5, but I mean, I thought he was gonna stay, but once I saw, Jerry West and how that whole situation, read the articles today and everything, it was a done deal. Which is, I mean, I guess it's unfortunate, but at the same time, the Seattle in me is very, very happy that they're gonna suck for a really long time. I,
Clay Bennett.
I think it's glorious. I cannot wait to see the aftermath of what happens with Westbrook going forward because they can't keep that. They either gotta be really bad or really good. They're not gonna be good with just one superstar. Not the way they have the roster constructed.
One of the things that interests me is a lot of the hypocrites coming out the woodworks right now regarding regarding how regarding LeBron and how they do KD in this move.
I mean, I didn't really like the way Braun went about it either with the big three. I mean, it is what it is. It was cool. Like I'm not upset about it, but it's kind of like, man, you wish the stars would spread out more and it was a little bit more
That's true,
competition.
though. Yeah,
But I mean, in the NBA, truly, how many teams always have a chance any year? What, four or
4.
five on a great year? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So now there's two this year. I mean, there's no way that Golden State's not making it to the finals. Even if Curry goes out, you got KD. Even if KD goes out, you got him. If Clay go out, really, the only big piece is Draymond. You know, you just got to make sure he stay healthy because as of right now, he's really the only big. But shit, they just picked up Zaza, and I mean, that's a low key, just great move that
that
they got. I mean,
yeah,
They got him for
that's
cheap.
they got him
man.
cheap.
I mean, he's not as good as Bogut is guarding the rim and doing things, but he's, I mean, he's pretty damn good for off the scrap heap.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, getting him is. Because I was thinking, I was like, man, they gonna go Draymond at the 5 for a long time. Who they gonna get a young guy? But then Jaja, that's Pachulia is good, and plus he's tough. You know, you ain't gonna push him around. So
yeah, yeah.
that's gonna be another thing.
I,
And plus too, we had a blame, not really blame, but it all started with Boston. And what's his name? They call me Azul on Twitter. They call me Azul on Twitter. We all know, follow. He even brought it up on last day. He said, if it wasn't for the Sonics trading Ray Allen
exactly.
in the KD draft to get Jeff Green, this might have never happened
Yeah,
because Boston laid the blueprint. They showed that you can get three guys who were at the end of their prime, but still, you know,
yeah,
yeah, still could play. Then Brown took it the next step. Brown and Bosh were in their prime. Wade was at the, you know, tail end of his prime. KD just fucked it up. I mean, they all in their prime. I mean, shit, Draymond, I think Draymond's the youngest out of them, and I mean, Steph's the oldest out of them. He's what, 28?
28. Yeah.
He's 28.
Shit.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. Like you're right though. I never thought about that. I never thought about Boston doing that. Wow.
They forced Brun's hand after they
let's
beat
just,
the
let's
Well, yeah.
blame Jeff Green.
Yeah. I
Let's
mean,
blame Jeff Green.
LeBron's hand got forced. People are mad at me because they're like, I was saying like, you can't be ass backwards about it. Like, you had a no problem with LeBron going to Miami because I didn't have a problem with LeBron going to Miami. I didn't like the way he went about it because you're not gonna have a fucking 1 hour special is ridiculous. Just say what you're
What
going.
about the kids, though? He raised millions for the kids, though. Come on, man.
Hey,
Come on.
stop starting
He,
stuff.
hey, look, I mean, yeah, he did, but it was a waste of my time.
Nah,
It could have happened. He could have, did something else. I don't know. I mean, like you said, that Zaza move, man, that was the one that caught me off guard because like I knew they signed him, but I was like, wait, they signed him for that? I was like, well, how much?
he signed for the minimum, right?
Yeah, the
He
minimum.
signed for the minimum. After Mozgov got like what, 40 or 50 million.
Yeah.
And Mozgov ain't 40 or 50 million better than Josh. I don't know if he's
Nah,
even better
not
than
even
him.
close. Not even
Not
close.
at this stage.
I
I,
couldn't I couldn't believe
I,
it.
I think I saw the David West signing, and I don't even know why we reported it. It's not like he really gonna get any much run or tick in that thing.
He's only gonna play like 10 minutes a game, get like 4 fouls, set like 4 or 5 screens, and be like whatever. That's it.
Get them space, man.
He gonna be out there throwing them hands. So when Draymond kicks him in the nuts, he gonna just start swinging them.
Pretty much.
Man. What y'all
But
think?
hold on, if I can, I mean, what y'all think about KD and Russ though? You think they might have had a beef, or that Russ was like, hey man, I might not be here. Like, you got a top 5 player with you.
Yeah.
I
It
personally,
wasn't Ibaka.
I personally think it was a playing style type of beef. I mean, you can be cool with a guy off the court, but if you get on the court and the guy dribbling the ball 18, 15 to 18 seconds of possession, man,
Yeah.
you go eventually disengage on offense on playing the night.
Well, that's I read a thing today where it was talking about how Durant he was happy when Billy Donovan was moving the ball. They had the different offense and stuff, but it slowly went away as the season was going on, and he was very frustrated and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, that's probably why he left, because the offense became stagnant, ISO, ISO, ISO.
Man,
Russell comes down, pounds the ball for 18 seconds, then they give it to KD, and he's got to go 1-on-1 with like 5 on the clock. Like, doesn't it,
man,
it's unfortunate like that.
those,
Don't you don't you
those.
think KD got to take part of the blame for that?
Oh, of
Russ-
course. No,
Oh,
no,
we
no,
know
oh,
that.
oh, oh,
We
no,
know
oh,
that.
oh, no, no, no. He
Like,
gets,
He
you
gets
tell
he
you
gets he gets
you
all
tell
the
me,
blame. Most
yeah,
of the
you
blame on that.
yeah,
you tell the
well,
coach like he should have run this. Like let's
exactly.
move the ball
That's the
around.
thing about it, and it's like the thing that made me laugh today was how they talked about how he didn't like playing Westbrook. Like, yo, Kevin, if you don't go one of like five in the fourth quarter of Game 6 and have like 4 turnovers, we're not having this conversation, bro.
And don't forget about
like this is how the
he
conversation would
was
happen.
hot in game 7.
Yeah,
He was
and
hot and went shoot
and
to
he
the fourth
yeah.
quarter.
So it was like, dude, what do you like? I don't know. I don't think there was any beef, but I do think that I think he probably kind of realized they were never. I don't think they were ever going to win anything together. It was once they blew this 3-1 lead this year. I was like, oh, this might be. I was kind of over him playing. I think you said something about that you were over playing. That you were done, just tired of them playing together.
Oh,
I,
I'm through with it. I was through with
I
it.
was through with it after Game 7. I said I don't want to see this anymore.
I'm talking about they would get you. They would tease you to the end and then blow it. And after the series over with every year, man, they were so short, man. They gonna come back. They should be favorites.
I was like, nah. Well, every year the favorite going in, then they do the same shit over and over in the playoffs. Like at some point, I'm I didn't think they were gonna win together after this one. I didn't
I
think
mean,
so.
they legit had
I like
the better team.
Yeah, they had the better
I
team
like
too.
I like I mean I would have Ibaka's hard to picture. One, we don't even know how old he is. Second of all, it is kind of hard to picture where he was in the series because he played some really good defense, but yet offensively,
hmm
there were some things you were like, but yet then you realize he was the number one 3-point shooter in the playoffs, percentage-wise.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I like the Oladipo and getting who else did they get with Depot?
Here's the song.
Shit.
yeah. Silva. They got
Who they
Silva,
Yeah,
and
I
Sabonis
like
too.
yeah, I like the Depot trade because that gave him another personal wing. I think he's better than Deion Waiters, who I'm
Of course.
officially on the bandwagon. Even though I think Deion was
Hey,
Deion was
Sam, you're
the
not
man during the playoffs. No, I for real though, Deion, he actually showed that he knew how to play basketball for a while. He just couldn't hit a shot in that Golden State series after the first game. And I think that was kind of what hampered OKC is that their role players
hmm
consistently couldn't hit shots.
I agree.
Whereas, so it's like KD didn't play great. Russ didn't play great either. You got to hope for a role player to step up. And Golden State had some of the best role players in the league, in my opinion, in Livingston, Iguodala.
Yeah,
Um, those guys. Bogut can protect the rim. Barbosa was killing.
yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I was shocked that they lost to the Cavs. I thought, Steph wet the bed. Hey, it
Hey,
is
they
what
ran out
it
of
is.
gas more than anything.
I think
My
so.
thing,
I
my
think it
thing,
was.
like Cleveland was hurt last year and Golden State was hurt this year. It basically came down to it. Because by the end of the finals, you had Bogut missing, Draymond suspended one game. Once Iguodala back just went out, LeBron went crazy. It
Yeah,
was a highway to the
Yeah,
rim,
yeah.
yeah.
and Steph, they ran out of gas before they can get to that fourth win. That would have happened.
I think some of that Twitter stuff that we talk about, how like back in the '90s, elbow room, all that other stuff. I think we overrate all that stuff. But playing physical defense, being able to grab, claw, push Clay, and step around, with Steph being a little gimpy, and just going through the whole season, I think it did actually help wear them down. Where if they played a say they play the Rockets like they did the year before in the Western Conference Final, they're not going to get tough and grimy with you. OKC was on them. They was holding them. They was bumping them. The Cavs even took it up like another notch too with all that. And I think they wore down. Whereas the Cavs had what? I mean, they played us three to get to the finals. They didn't play nobody to get to the finals. They didn't even get touched. The Raptors won a couple games, but it wasn't no hard fought.
Yeah.
It was just they won some games, whatever. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I think just like the Cavs had the battle last year with the injuries and everything that kind of wore LeBron down and the whole thing, same thing kind of happened to Golden State.
Yeah.
Now they got KD. I said he might go 60, 45, and 90 for the year. Him and Steph.
That's very possible.
I mean, if they can figure out how to play together, ooh.
Yeah. That's
So who's going to take the back seat? Who's going to take because I'm not saying there needs to be an alpha dog, but someone has to take the back seat.
Dre might have
Clay,
to.
right?
He won't have to play as much.
I'm not even talking about Draymond and Clay. We already know they're taking the back seat. It's between, is Steph going to be launching 8 35-footers still with KD on the court?
Nah, I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? Is KD going to be holding the ball ISO?
That's what I'm saying. That's a good question.
I want too much
I
work.
mean, because what's the saying? A cheetah can't change its spots. I mean, this is KD for 9, 10 years now. This has been Steph for the last 2, 3 years with them experiencing great success.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, even though they're together, they're going to be like, no, you got it, you roll with it. Like, they got egos. They got, this is how I got here, this is what made me me. It's going to be fun.
It'll be fun to see.
Man, speaking of kings and stuff, man, what y'all feel about Game of Thrones season 6?
I'll let y'all go ahead first.
I'll put like this. I had to go rewatch the finale a couple of days ago because I was like, I was watching it, but like I had to go rewatch it. Yo, that might have been one of the best seasons I've seen. Like, I can't. It's hard to describe like how great it was. Like I'm mad. It's like not anymore right now. Like I'm pissed.
Like, bro, it was so good. I'm up here missing Western Conference final games. Like, man, fuck the Western Conference final, man. Game of Thrones tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about it's Game 7. I'm up here have one eye focused on Game
That's what
of
happened.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Like, man.
The Battle of the Bastards. It was getting.
Yo.
I was so mad at Golden State. 'Cause I was like, yo, these motherfuckers should have had it. I said the straight up. It's 3-1. It's like Game of Thrones is on Sunday. It might be a Game 7. I saw Game 7. I said, you gotta be kidding me, right? Because I watch Game of Thrones on the East with the East Coast people. Cause I said, okay, I can't wait. I can't wait till 9 o'clock. I gotta know what's going on. Like I have to know what's going on. If I don't know what's going on, I'm gonna be pissed. So I'm watching Game of Thrones. Twitter ruined, man. They Twitter. Yeah, we'll get to that.
You don't watch Game of Thrones on its own. You might as well just disconnect from the world and come back after you watch it.
Like 3 days. Yeah, you have to figure out what happened. You have to disconnect for a little bit. People are mad at me because I was like, yo, can we talk about Game of Thrones? Like, I haven't seen it. I was like, it's been 3 weeks. You need to get on your game. Like, you need to get on what you're doing. Like, it's a 70-minute episode. You got time for 70 minutes to watch this episode. I'm going to talk about this episode.
Man, I'm still.
Go ahead.
Man, I'm still shook off what Cersei did to the Sith of Baelor, though, man.
Man.
I knew it was coming, but
I ain't
seeing it, man.
So I'll say this. I think season 6 is their best most entertaining TV season that they've had. It was more fit to TV. Obviously, as we all know, I don't know if I've read all the books. I'm rereading them because I forgot a lot of stuff and misread stuff. So I'm going back through. I'm almost done with the first book. But the other 5 seasons were more true to the book, obviously, because there was a book, but they were a little bit slower. So, like, I watch it with my wife. She loves it. But she didn't read any of the book. So she goes, well, this season didn't have, like, 3 or 4 filler episodes, where they talk a lot and do all those other stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
And so I told her, I said, now, I love those episodes because it builds up everything. You understand later, like, oh, shit, that's what they was talking about. Or, oh, that's why it happened. But as for a TV series, when you're just watching it, you want the action, you want everything going on. So
Everything was
season 6 was a little bit too fast for me as like a book enthusiast. Like, how did Varys get from one place to the boat? How did Arya get from over there to the thing?
Instant transmission, Dragon Ball Z.
Remember in the first, I want to say in the first season, when King Robert went up to Ned, you know, it took them like weeks to get up there. And then all of a sudden, you know, what's his name? They're riding from place to place in no time. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. Like, nobody's tripping on that. Nobody's like, oh, fuck the season. They got there too quick. It is just one of those things with a detail that I really enjoy, and I think a lot of book lovers enjoy, was kind of gone a little bit. But it was more entertaining, I think, as a series or as a season.
Hey, what y'all think about Baelish next move?
Lord
Oh,
Pedophile.
he pissed.
Oh man, he had so much salt, man. I thought he was just gonna die out, man. After seeing John get crowned king of the North.
Hey, that's the first time he didn't predict something right. Right? That's
more,
the first time he
the
didn't
second time.
he didn't control something. It's one of the few times he didn't control everything down to the wire, because he was thinking he could control Sansa, get her to do it, and then be able to swing in there. And he didn't realize that the North, which is historically very honorable, and you know they don't go with the bastards and all that other shit, they were like, fuck it. He may not be a Stark in last name, but he is Stark by blood. They all knew his father, so. Or who's his supposed father? We know his.
I love how they
father.
played it, man. I like how they played it because you go back to Ned and John's last encounter in season 1.
Yeah.
You might not have my name, but you have my blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's little stuff like that they say in certain seasons that come back.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. There really is no filler episode. Everything has a meaning or a point to it. You just got to pick up on it. It may be a little boring, no action and all that other shit, but everything to me plans out. So my question then is this: who do you think John's father is?
Oh, Rhaegar, they already announced it.
It's Rhaegar.
Did they say Rhaegar?
No, they announced it. The showrunners, they already announced it.
Oh yeah, on that thing. Because I had liked the little Twitter discussion. I forgot who it was who did it. Or me, if I forget who it was, they probably not gonna watch anyway. They were saying that it could be Ares, the Mad King, because that was his king's guard, and he used to like to mess around with other people's women and everything.
Oh, Tyrion. Tyrion.
All right, so the third dragon rider, we know it's Daenerys, we know it's Jon Snow. Tyrion, I know that's what it is. Like, all three of their mothers died at childbirth. You know, like, that's another thing that they got. But my whole thing was, all right, Tywin to me was like one of the dopest dudes there was. Like, what Tywin was.
But he was great though.
Yeah.
I hated him, but he was greatness.
Yeah, like, he's like the smartest dude, knew everything, had the power, brilliant strategist, the whole nine, right? He hated the imp. If he even thought for a second that he wasn't his son, I don't think he lives to see a day. Because he was so pissed that he killed his wife out of childbirth. And for a man who knows everything, for him not to know that, I don't know.
No, if anything, Tywin didn't want the embarrassment, man. Because you remember how hard he went to fight to get Tyrion back from House Aaron in season 1?
Yeah.
All because of his name.
But that's what I'm saying. If he would have thought that the Targaryen, that Ares was his father, when the wife died at childbirth, I think he would have killed him at childbirth. So
I doubt
he couldn't. You think he would have had? I mean, he already said he wanted to kill him, and he thought he was his son. He said the only reason why you're alive is because you're my son. He didn't say you're a Lannister. He said because you're my son.
That's true.
So
I was like, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not the third Dragon Rider. I just want to see how they're gonna piece it together. It's obviously Bran is gonna be that's what Bran's job is to link everybody,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's like he's showing us that Jon knows who his father is. You know, he'll probably show how Tyrion was done too, or something.
Like speaking of Tyrion, how you think him and Daenerys go take over the southern part of Westeros along with the Sand Snake?
I didn't think about that.
What the deal is?
How you think that's gonna play out?
I think, man, I think everyone hates the Lannisters, and they fuck.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna squad up on them, and that ain't gonna be nothing but light work because
The way
the
this
North
is
is,
yeah.
yeah, like the North is riding against, the South is riding against them, the free cities are riding against them. Like who they have? The Freys, and we all know they can't fight for shit. So,
It's over.
I mean, I just want to. I was saying, was it to you, John? I was saying, I hope Jamie killed Cersei.
Hey, that's my prediction, man.
oh.
That's been my prediction for the past 2 seasons, man.
I think that's gonna happen. I think it's all gonna come to it. I think what's gonna happen is that he's gonna do that and then kill himself.
Yeah. Because
On some Romeo and Juliet type stuff.
yeah,
I had that feeling. It just feels that way.
yeah, because their love is crazy love. I mean, you remember he was talking to Lord Edmure. Remember he was talking about how he loved Cersei. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he would do it and stay alive. It's definitely, if he does do it, it's definitely some Romeo and Juliet. Like he's disappointed in her and how they killed the kids and everything like that. And pretty much I think it's going to be revealed that this is what she wanted all along. Like we can say I know she loved her kids a lot, but at the same time I think she wanted them to be king so bad so that she can hold power.
Mm-hmm.
You remember she hinted it in the season 3.
Yeah. So it's like that she really wanted to be queen. Remember, like, why can't I be queen? Why can't a woman be queen, rule or whatever? And so I think that's what's going to happen. Jamie going to realize, like, damn, bitch, like, this is what you really wanted. You really love the kids, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This show is a feminist dream, though. I mean, think about it. Daenerys and Cersei are the both two head dogs.
Yeah.
George said he used to be a feminist.
I mean, it's cool, but you know what? It's cool. I like that it's coming back around. Somebody was once again. Great thing about Twitter is some of these discussions is damn, I think it was that girl Dear Leader at Dear Leader. You know who I'm talking about? I think she was the one saying that Daenerys is gonna marry Tyrion and Jon. Because I think Aegon the Conqueror, when he came over
Here to sister.
he married his sister. So it's just going to be the same thing thousands of years later, hundreds of years later, but in reverse, which I thought would be a cool thing. And you merge the North and you merge the West with Daenerys. So I think there's a lot of stuff that's dope.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on that wall to come down next season.
You think it's coming down?
It's coming down, yes.
Yeah.
It's already been reports that the people over there, they want the wall to stay up long as it can as a tourist attraction. But it's coming down.
Mm.
It's coming. It's coming, man.
How do you? So remember, Benjamin was saying that there's ancient scrolls
carved into it.
So what the fuck do they got? Like, how they gonna blow it up?
Man, I don't know, but it's coming down. And then you remember right before John left Castle Black, he was telling Ed to keep the wall safe or something like that. It all coming down. I say in the penultimate episode next season.
Wouldn't isn't it's protected by something. I forgot what it's protected by. Oh
It's
man.
protected by Stark magic.
Yeah.
Like Brandon, that's a common name among Starks.
But you know what? How did y'all feel about the the time travel part, where not where he was just observing, but like the Hodar thing, like where he's in the future, he goes back into the past to change the past, but yet everything stays the same to the future. Like I feel like they opened up a can of worms that I ain't really. That's the one part I really didn't dig was the Hodar
Oh,
part because
I thought it'd be dope.
I mean, but with with time travel to me, it's like when you don't set up the parameters, like it can go anywhere. Like is Brand the builder, and this is just him going through different life cycles? Is this all in his imagination, or like weird thing like? Whenever you do time travel where you just don't see it, but you're actually a part of it, I think it gets too tripped out. Like you can go 1,000 different ways.
They clarified it at one point. I just can't remember the specifics though.
What'd you say?
I was about to say they specified all that at one point. I can't remember the specifics. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
nothing outrageous. They did a good job of it.
Okay. Maybe I'll just have to rewatch it. But yeah, that was one of the things where I'm like, well, if he, and how like when Ned is going up to see his sister, like he feels Bran there or he hears him or something, and he keeps on looking back. Like I wonder, does he change something else that happened?
oh,
You know what I'm saying? And then
yeah.
it just gets weird with what he can change, what he doesn't, all that. What y'all think about Arya? Y'all think she gets to kill Cersei, or is she gonna link up with the Hound, or what's she gonna do?
Man, son, you can have.
Uh, I think she'll link up with the Hound. I think so. I think she'll link back up with the Hound. I think it's time. I thought what she did was badass in the last like I think 3 episodes. Like I was like, yo, cause I mean I make fun of Arya all season. I was clowning the fuck out of her. This shit was it was just too golden. But the last I was like, yo, cause I was watching it. I watched it again on Sunday, and I was like, damn, Arya really is like this dude. Like she's this girl right now. She's badass. Like everything she does right now, the whole mask and face and stuff. That shit's dope to me. But she'll probably link up with the Hound. I think. I don't. I think is she going back to the north? Like
If she links up with the Hound, she's going back to the north. Cause remember the Hound and the brothers, they're headed north for the long night.
that's right.
But does Melisandre get to them first? Remember, she's got to ride off.
Hmm.
Remember, yeah, all they gonna link up. Cause you remember back in season 3 when Melisandre told Arya she was gonna lose her sight, and they were gonna eventually meet back up again.
Okay, so they're
Some
gonna do
tell me
that.
all of them gonna meet back up and head north and fight the White Walkers with
Yeah,
Jon.
because they're gonna need Melisandre. They're gonna need her. I don't. I understand why they forced her, but they're gonna need her to defeat the White Walkers. That's what.
That's smarter decision Jon had made in a long time, not killing her,
Yeah.
even though she should be killed.
And hey, I'll tell you what, Davos is one of the
Yeah.
like sneaky dope characters from the whole
Yeah.
I
thing.
love that one, dog.
Yeah, he's sneaky dope in the sense of like he always got the good words, always calm but scared. Like he got a real good feel about him and everything that he has. So it's like I feel like he's almost kind of like the new Ned Stark. You know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of like the honorable guy, kind of all knowing, knows a lot, but yet is kind of like over his head in certain things with politics and stuff. And he's just like, I don't know, man. I'm just like a lowly old pirate, but this is just how I roll.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think the one part that I'm waiting on with them is when the White Walkers come. Like, do they bring? It's like, do they bring the mammoths and everything? Like, do they have the giants with them? Do they turn into others or something like that? Do they become
You know
white?
they birth the giants. They burnt them.
They burnt. Oh, I know they burnt the last giant. But what about didn't they have like them big old mammoths and everything?
Man, you know they burnt all that.
Yeah.
They burnt
Well,
all of them?
one of the mammoths got away. I just thought about it. One of them got away.
I'm just
But
I'm curious to see how big that army is, man.
Yeah.
man, hard home still resonates. I expect we will see a spider, a ice spider though, a giant ice spider.
Hmm.
Cause you remember they brought that up when they got the man's camp in season 3.
I can't remember that.
Man, like it's one. I think it's one of the first things that they talked about soon as John got into the wild and camp.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Hey, hey, thinking about the Faceless Man, I'm rereading the first one, like I said, and so Sirio, the water dancer. And I remember how people thought he was gonna come back. Like they didn't show him actually die. So if he's not actually seen dead on Game of Thrones, then he's really not dead. But dude, it's like, was Arya playing bullshit half this time about how she couldn't fight? Because dude taught her how to sword fight. Remember?
Man,
And then remember she was leading the girl into that tunnel. Then she got needled, and then all of a sudden she turned the lights out, and it was a wrap.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm
yep.
like, was she playing the long game, or did she
Man,
just like, I don't know. It was dope though.
something tell me Syrio is jacking her guard.
Yeah.
Something tell me cause like
I can see that.
like all of a sudden Ari just accidentally bumps into jocking in season 2. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see them turning that together. I could definitely see them putting that one together. Um,
Man, how
yeah,
y'all
Duke
feel about
was dope.
the final 2 seasons being 7 and 6 episodes?
Uh,
Like I said, I think we feeling rushed, man. I think we're getting rushed.
I think
That's
so
my
too.
biggest fear. They so they so stuck on that 75-hour mark, man. Instead of just letting it play out for 2 full seasons, I'm kind of scared, man.
Yeah.
Because the conversation in the show is what made it great to me.
Mhm.
On top of the action,
Yeah, to me, it's more like it's a political thriller. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like, I hate to sound like a was it J Cole fan? You have to be of a certain intelligence to understand this shit. But there is a certain, kind of higher thinking where you can branch off, and how most of the people who really get into Game of Thrones is because there's so many different possibilities. Like, oh shit, what's this? What's that? What does that really mean? And yeah, like I said, season 6, it was more straightforward. There wasn't as much guessing, guesswork.
Mhm.
Like they were clearing up everything in a sense fast to go even faster. So I mean, I just hope personally that he ends up writing these last 2 books, although I don't think he ever will. And that the books have a different ending than the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, one, so that I wouldn't know the outcome, but 2, just because it'd be more well developed, I think. But I don't know. Where do you end? Do you end with them defeating the White Walkers, or
Yeah. See,
that's
we had
it's
that
gonna be
conversation.
bittersweet.
Like,
I think
how do you end it? Like,
I think they're
why would
going
you
to
want
Lord
to
of the
end
I
it?
Rings,
feel like it's
man.
never gonna end. Like at this point. So how would you end it? Like a cliffhanger, and then you
Man,
just
I think they're
like,
going Lord of the Rings, that type of ending.
oh, okay.
Say it again.
I think they're going with a Lord of the Rings type of ending.
I don't know, man. It's like, why can't this shit be like The Simpsons and go on for 24 seasons?
I
Man,
mean, I'd be okay with that. I, I saw it, and I was like,
Hey,
I just don't understand how you can technically end it, because there's so many things that keep going and going and going within. So ending it, everything is gonna stop. Like, what, the sun's gonna come out like when it was over? Like, what? I don't.
I can see the sun coming out and somebody getting crowned king or queen over a bunch of dead loved ones.
y'all, y'all remember how they talk about the Great Summer? Supposedly there's supposed to be a summer that never ends. In the
I
book,
know.
there,
Was it
and
Are
they,
You Born During the Long Summer?
the long summer, but there's like a
Yeah.
prophecy of the Great Summer. Like there's going to be a summer that never ends. And I wonder if they defeat the White Walkers, will that be like there is no more winter? Like the White Walkers own the cold, so you know what I'm saying? Like I wonder if that's something in it. But mainly too, what I'm hoping for, I think we talked about that, is the Battle of the Trident. I want to see Bran go back and see Robert Baratheon go against Rhaegar when he killed him in the battlefield. I think that'd
I
be a
got.
dope flashback.
I got a feeling we're gonna get that flashback next season. We
Yeah,
should
like
see a lot more of Rhaegar.
yeah, there's so much stuff would be I think to be tied in.
Hey, man, before we get out of here, we can get on some of that Sierra and Future stuff just for the hell of it, man. And how it brings out all the bad in people on Twitter, man.
That was
If you ever been hurt by a boyfriend, man, it's fuck Future, this and that, you're a druggie. Shit. If a woman ever did you bad, man, she don't want to let him see his son, man. She some bullshit. Man, what's up with
Why?
Twitter and that fascination with Sierra and Future, man?
Why can't they both be just pieces of shit? I don't understand the one or the other thing. Like,
Because Twitter don't do duality. That's why.
yeah,
I,
Twitter.
you know, I heard, I saw an article saying she's suing him for some emojis or something like that. Like, he's gonna kill Russell Wilson or something. Oh, come on, man. Like, if
I,
she's saying that, she a bird for that.
look, I saw something today how she's suing him, but over like song lyrics, and then like
I,
there's a deposition. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know how
I don't.
deposition leaked though.
That hey, that deposition supposedly is real deep. I might have to look at it when I have time because I'm like, what is going on? Because my whole entire timeline today, I log in, I'm scrolling, I'm like, what? Okay, Future-Ciara, okay, this is another day, and I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna end well. So let me this ain't gonna end well because I know the people who instigate so well on Twitter to where I'm like, oh, this will not end well today. Everyone's gonna be mad at each other for something. I'm staying the hell out of
When
this
the,
one.
when like the Big Ten get on it, when there's like those 10 that they all talk about the same subject, it's a wrap.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
a
man.
oh,
wrap.
it's over. It's
It's
over.
a wrap. I,
I'm talking about no
I'm
peace.
as y'all can see the gray hair. I don't give a shit about none of this shit. I don't care about no Future or Sierra.
Yeah,
To me, I sit there and I look at all the takes. I just laugh because it's some of the funniest shit. People first of all talking like they really know them and know how they're parenting and all this other stuff, and you know it's all so much bullshit.
Man,
So much
my
bullshit.
favorite is, man, Sierra should never let him see the child. See, he's talking about codeine. He's a drug addict.
oh my goodness. I just I laugh at it all, like you said. I do. I don't understand
I'm
why
here
people
for
are
the
so.
jokes.
But you can tell the people who like really have like these problems in real life because it gets too deep very quickly. I'm like, yo, these are celebrities. This like this ain't like your personal life, and then it turns into like a couple of jokes, and then somebody gets exposed, and you're like, oh man, I got actually sit on here for like another hour, and I didn't want to. People get exposed with him, like, well, you on my DM saying this. What?
You know,
All
let,
this
let me
over two overrated celebrities.
Ah, man, like,
Like Sierra has had hits in what 8 years, and you can only listen to Future for like 3 songs in a row for all of this stuff, sounding all the same.
I'm I'm
Yeah,
I'm not a Future fan like that. He got some tracks, um, but I definitely love when some of the guys be like, you know, um, how you not gonna let him see his kid? Whatever. Who cares what he talking about? That's fake. And then some girl will be like, but you don't take care of your kid. Like, whoa,
exactly.
what the
whoa,
fuck?
whoa. Whoa. Well, what's his face on Twitter? What's his name? Who has a child and then like neglected the child. They always try.
Legit,
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, dude, yo.
hey, hey,
Like every
Man,
time something happens, it's like and he says
hey,
something.
but fuck him though.
I got
man,
blocked
He's
by
got
him
me.
actually.
We all, everyone's blocked by him, but six, like maybe seven people.
man, I'm talking about, man, on Father's Day, they treat Mo Jizzle like he Lou Smith, man. Man, I tell you, next Father's Day, go to Mo Jizzle mentions around noon that day. Man, you gonna have some laughs.
I just love when I'll see something like, somebody will retweet the old one, and it'll be something like, man, I'm hungry. And imagine how your kid feels, something like that. Like, you ain't gonna get no McNuggets for them?
uh,
It got so bad, man. I went to his page one time. They were killing him. Man, he up there to change the avid to a soccer ball, and he tweeting about Lionel Messi and some more stuff.
Hey, but they grade A tweets, though. Like, they're not corny jokes. The heat is on when that comes out.
on him,
Same thing. Same thing. Remember when what was his name? Robin Quintavious Flowers. Remember
oh,
when he got exposed?
Oh, they did that
hey,
first after New Year.
yo, so I was
Hey,
at church that day, right? I'm in the middle of church. I have to log out. I was like, yo, who's Robin Flowers? Everybody mentions, no, Sean. No, I was like, what happened? I was trying to know what happened. That might have been the funniest. His wife was
hey,
fine too, though. I don't know what he was doing. I was
hey,
confused.
hey, man. That was one of the. I didn't follow Buddy. I was even relatively still new to Twitter, but I knew him from retweets and everybody being on the line. He was real popular. Dude, they went on him for 3 straight days of heat. I'm talking about heat. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, he even came back as another Twitter handle, and they
And they
fried it.
found it.
They found
They,
it.
They found it within hours of it being created and got him out of there again.
I remember that. Oh,
that and the other greatest day was remember when Snotty and Kev was talking about the Wayans nephew of
oh my
illegitimate
God,
son or
that
something
was
like that.
that happened like late
Dude,
at night. And I like woke up in the middle of the night and I saw my mentions like, why am I in this? Like, why is my name in this right now? And man, that's savages right
I
there, man.
I mean I legit thought Buddy was on suicide watch after that. Like they they fried that boy so bad. Oh Lord.
Man,
Oh. But
give
yeah,
me me some more.
The Twitter-Ciara future fetish that they got going on, it to me it's all like maybe I'm using the wrong word, but it's like all like allegories for other stuff. They all use it as a
It
way to
is.
vent their own problems and see this bigger image. Which
It really is.
sure, all
Yeah,
life is interconnected and is all they like to say intersectionality of everything. But like, damn, can it just be that these two idiots had a baby? They famous for not being able to sing, and I don't think Ciara can dance either. I don't understand the whole Ciara thing.
I
She's like a she's like a solid 7 in celebrity terms. Like
Man,
like
sounds
she
all
ain't
right.
nowhere. She's nowhere near like the top of the game. Like if you name it like your top 10, I highly doubt Ciara's anywhere in your top 10.
top
You
10.
know
I
what I'm
don't,
saying?
I don't think she's in the top 20. If you
You know what I'm saying? And she,
really.
to me, she danced like a stiff robot, and she can't sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I mean, hey, I'm sure John, from you down in the South, you going to the parties where they be twerking, up here juking, like, there's been plenty of girls who can shake their ass 1,000 times better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Of course, especially
so
down south.
exactly. So I never got the whole fascination of Ciara. Future, hey man, that ain't me like that. I mean, he got some hits,
Oh,
but
I understand Future's appeal. Future
you
out
know,
here doing it for the codeine stipples and
Exactly.
slaughters and shit. They will fight you on Future.
No, man. I said one bad thing about Future one day, and my mentions were done for like at least a couple of hours. So it's kind of like,
See, that's where you got to get over at anonymous Twitter. You know, I can say whatever the fuck I want. Don't nobody trip about me. It'd be like I think people see my somebody might retweet my thing and they'd be like, I don't even know him. His picture not in the thing. Fuck it. I ain't even finna trip on it.
see that's my issue. That's why like half of like the black women on Twitter hate me because I had one avenue of me and a white girl and everything just blew the fuck open. And I was like, well, I was like, my bad.
I would never post my pictures like that.
I was see I did it because I was like, okay,
Because you was young and dumb.
yeah, I was 19. I had to get people off my back for a second. It's like, okay, hold up, I gotta do this real quick. And then like a day later, I was like, I shouldn't have done that because now everyone's just coming at me.
Man,
Twitter's a wild place, man.
and then it's got worse on that front.
Hey, you know, I feel sorry for y'all sometimes when I hear the black men tweets. I just be sitting there rolling, man. It's some of the funny. Y'all don't understand.
yo,
Y'all don't understand.
yo, those are the best ones, man. Because I just,
Man,
oh
Hey,
my
I
god,
get to laugh. I get to stay out of it. I get no flack. It's literally some of the funniest shit on Twitter when it gets going. When the tweets are good. You know, when it's just bitter shit and they're not even funny, or I can't make, we can't laugh at it. Then, you can't even troll it. Then there's no point in it because, man, y'all can't win for losing on
man,
Twitter.
I sit back and just watch my timeline some days, start tweeting and reeling and shit. Cause I can't respond to it, or you gonna get killed by a little serious Twitter.
yeah, like it's like somebody they be tweeting about how black men always cheat. It's always funny. I find it
Now that stuff be funny though, for the
that
most
stuff is
part.
funny. Like black men always stay cheating. I'm like, wait, what?
Man, I forgot what girl had tweeted out. Have a good day, white men, on your day at work, and have a good day, black, and have a good day, black men.
That
Maybe
was
win the
Betty.
2K championship today.
That was Betty. That was Ben.
Man, it should have me dying laughing.
Hey, I, and those are some of the. It's like y'all ever seen the comic? I think it was Deion Cole, and he said you can always tell when a comedian is in trouble when he always goes back to give it up for the ladies, give it up for the ladies. He tells a joke and then goes on to be like, hey, give it up for the ladies, and everybody claps to get it back. Sometimes on Twitter you see somebody get into it and then they be like, oh, black women are beautiful to try to like calm the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like they get in trouble and the next day they come on and be like, black women are just the greatest beings on earth, which I'm not arguing against, but I'm just saying after they got in trouble, it's like, how the fuck do I get out of this? All right, go to the tweet. Black women are the greatest, and they're like, yeah, I got
Yeah.
I got a day to calm down.
Oh man, I think we're gonna end it on that note, man. Man, we're gonna try to do this